So thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule for this quick interview. Our readers and our listeners would love to know more about you, and you're now known in the world as a former child soldier, political activist, inspirational musician, and artist with a positive message. So my curiosity is, how did you come to recognize the importance of the acid-alkaline balance?
Well, I was sick at one time, and most of the time when I'm on tour, I get tired a lot. And so getting up in the morning, I always have headache throughout the day. Then I came to realize I also had high blood pressure and beginning to develop signs of about to getting diabetes and all of that. And then I said, why do I have high blood pressure? So I started researching and I did more research. And then from there, by researching, I realized actually we need a balanced diet. Our bodies need to eat properly. And so I went to how our people eat traditional. We never used to have diabetes. We never used to have high blood pressure. And so even we had somebody who had up to 120 years old. One of our person was died recently. So it shows if we have people who can live that long, then there must be something about our diet. And so I realized our people used to eat in seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a season where we can consume a lot of milk, and there's a season where we have just vegetarians, and there's a season we have fish. And then I realized we used to eat a lot of sorghum with milk, which is a grain that is antioxidant. And so I started bringing that back into my life. So I started cooking sorghum. I made my own drinks, and I said, how can I empower these drinks more? And so I made myself super drinks out of sorghum, and then I started researching about more vegetables, and I realized, there's something about vegetables and fruits. So when you have vegetables and fruits, they can actually, the way you take them, when your body digests them, it becomes alkaline. Mm-hmm. And so alkaline are salts that easily dissolve in your blood, or maybe are soluble. Mm-hmm. And then acidity are foods that are corrosive. Mm-hmm. And so if there's no balance in your blood, where your pH level, which is your blood pH level at the heart, should always be 7.41. So if it's altered, then you're going to be sick. And so I realized a lot of people become sick because of the food they eat. And so I decided, okay, fine. How can I heal my body? How can I get my body better? So I started searching about the fruits. Then I went to vegetables. And then I went to meat. And so I realized I used to eat a lot of red meat. So a lot of red meat also gave my body a lot of problems. And so I started cutting red meat. So if I have red meat, maybe it's twice a month. Then I can have white meat maybe twice a week. That could be the fish or chicken. But most of the food that I cook are more vegetables. So in short, what I do is, if I want to wake up early in the morning, so what I eat the night before will affect my day. If I'm taking a flight and I'm going to have a long flight, so if I want to get down on the other side without headaches, so I realize if I eat an alkaline-based diet when I'm taking off a plane and just maintain in the plane, I just drink water, and then find things that are more close to alkaline, then I eat that. Then by the time the plane lands, I'm more fit, I'm more okay, I'm more fresh. But when I want to sleep the next day, that I want to be healthy, I don't want to wake up, then I eat a diet that is not alkaline. So it makes my body heavy, so more of protein, so which is more of red meat. But it's not nice, but I like it. So a balance is good. So in short, if somebody is sick, if you're sick, you need to eat a more alkaline-based diet. And then when you get better, you can now have maybe like 40% acidic and 60% alkaline. So most of the food that people eat outside today, most of the food, the fast food, are acidic.
Mm-hmm.
So people just go and eat. You take sugar, you drink alcohol, you eat bread, you eat all the things that are delicious, sweets, carbonated drinks, most of them like fruits that have been put on bottles for people to drink. So you're just acidifying your body. And so when the body become, if you eat more of an acidic diet, what happens is with time, your body is going to run out of how do you call it, reserves.
Mm-hmm.
Reserves, it means like all the minerals that are stored in your body, maybe,
Right.
for example, are going to begin to be used up. And your immune system is going to be weak.
Mm-hmm.
So when your immune system is weakened, then what happens is you begin to have the main three things that you'll get first would be maybe diabetes, maybe high blood pressure, and arthritis. So those are the first steps that affect your body faster. And then when you continue being acidic, then your body is going to be exposed to cancers. So cancers are results of not having enough oxygen regulating in your body. And so the acidic food actually act like a color catalyst to speed it up, or they create a way for it to happen. So, and they create more free radicals into your body, and the free radicals are molecules that have no paired electrons. And if they have no paired electron, what actually happens is they begin to attack healthy molecules that are already good and creating more unpaired molecules.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when your immune system becomes weak. And so what happens is you could eat acidic food that even have antioxidants, which are good. So not all protein which is acidic is bad. Even if you eat blueberries are acidic when it's digested, but it has got antioxidants, so things that help fight these free radicals roaming in your body to destroy your body.
Mm-hmm.
And so learning that knowledge is what is actually helping me into day-to-day way of life. So, and using food as medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So when you eat healthy, you give your body the right nutrients, you're actually going to live a much better life, because when you're stressed, it's like you're poisoning your body.
Right.
You know? So when you eat certain foods, they help stress to happen even more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm explaining it, but I'm not an expert, but that's how far I can go.
No, that's wonderful. You explained it very well. So do you have certain foods that are your favorites?
Yeah, okay, my favorites are kale,
Mm-hmm.
regular, ginger,
Mm-hmm.
lemon, and beetroot.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if I've eaten really, really bad and I want to clean myself, and sometimes if I want to go too alkaline, I can eat seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat more of how do you call this one? I'm forgetting. I can have spelt grass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wheatgrass is also cool. It's like so alkaline.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of fruits that are most of the fruits are alkaline.
Yes.
So most
So
of
how
them.
can you get this message across to the younger people? How
Well,
can we educate them?
well, I think people just eat, but they don't know why they're eating. We need a balance.
Mm-hmm.
You need all the colors of foods together. If you have them, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have green, if you have yellow, then you have red, then you have white. So if you mix those, you are able to have a balanced diet. And a balanced diet is something that consumes protein, vitamins, vegetables, and carbohydrates.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people goes for carbohydrates that are really nice and taste to your mouth. So what I always say is, what tastes to your mouth does not necessarily mean it's good to you.
Right.
The one that tastes, it may not taste that amazing, but it has a lot of health benefit to your body.
Right.
So what I can tell young people is, you are what you eat. Even when it comes to beauty and the image and how you look, alkaline diet plays a big fat thing. I mean, I'm trying to speak not a good like. Alkaline diet actually play a good way in which you can even lose weight faster. It can make your skin glow and look better. So most of the food people don't know. A lot of diseases, a lot of stomach problems, hair problem, your immune system, you can actually use food to actually use as a medicine.
Right.
Haven't used painkiller since December.
Really?
I used to have a lot of painkillers all the time because I'm always traveling, headache, this and that, and my stomach, and then I have high blood pressure. Since I started eating properly and choosing what I have to eat, since then I didn't suffer, no breakdown up to now.
That's wonderful. It's so encouraging to hear that, really. And so if I can just switch to something else and
Okay.
talk about the DVD that I saw, War Child, and you talk about yourself that you were a soldier of war and now you're a soldier of peace. Can you tell us what that means?
Well, War Child is my film. It's my childhood story. Me explaining how the war has affected me and my family, and so it goes back to those dark days, and that's what I try to bring to the world and sharing my experience for social emotional learning.
Mm.
Leaving my home, everything that we own, leaving it behind, and seeing how the war has torn us internally. Mostly people only know about the external physical injury, but the internal injuries pain more and take long to heal. Guys, can you guys keep quiet a bit? We're doing interviews. So, so what happened is most people focus on the physical injuries than the internal injuries because they are not visible, but those one pains more. Like something, when war happens, you run away. The pain of not knowing what happened to your brothers and sisters or your mom or your auntie torments you. Mm-hmm. So this war took my mom, took all my aunties, took all my uncles except two, and in the process I became a child soldier. And so that past has really affected me in a big way. So I lost my childhood. And luckily when I got rescued by British aid worker called Emma McCune, who smuggled me to Kenya, that's when I was able to find a new way of life and then beginning to construct myself. And now I don't want to just be quiet. I want to use my story to shine a light in a dark place and make evil perform less.
Thank you. And so will you tell us about GWA Africa and your Win to Lose donation program?
Well, GWA Africa is a charity I founded. It works with families, individuals, to help them overcome the effect of war and poverty. And Lose to Win is a challenge that I ask people to take. You give up something for 30 days and give it to charity of your choice. But mostly I'm asking people here, I'm trying to build schools. Back home, I'm supporting 3 charities. Would you join me on a Lose to Win challenge? Can you give up something for 30 days and calculate the value? Or maybe pick up a month and say, in this month, I'm going to give up 5% of my earning and I'm going to donate it to a cause. So that's what the Lose to Win is all about.
That sounds very inspiring. And so I'm very happy to be able to donate to your cause. It's wonderful.
Thank you for joining Lose to Win. So you did a challenge that day.
Yes, and thank you for expediting it. I may not have been able to do it without you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Jal, I know that you're busy and it's time to say goodbye, but I'm going to meet you somewhere in the world. You're going to let me know where you're performing and I'm going to come there.
I'll come to your city again.
Okay.
But if you have another question, it's fine. I still have maybe like 3 minutes. I can try to answer.
Well, so I guess my curiosity is about how it is that you monitor it. You know, how do you know? Is it just intuitively that you know that you need more alkaline foods? You know, I mean, I use a litmus paper strip, you know, and I look at the color and then I can see when it's yellow, then it's too acidic, and when it's green, it's right. So I wondered how you know.
I think you know by what you eat. So once you know the food, you see, our bodies are machines. Our body will try to collect the best nutrients we need for ourselves. So if I eat chicken and vegetables now, chicken is acidic. I have vegetables with alkaline. And so when they enter my body will process the vegetables, and also it will process the chicken. So it will take what it needs for me to move on.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have too much, then you try to restore the excess of that. So it means that your body is not going to run out of minerals. Because what normally happens is, if you're alkaline, if you're not alkaline diet maybe for a month and your body is beginning to run out of resources, you may get a cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a symptom to show, hey, something is wrong. If your body can't fight it harder, then that's a sign. So you could try to drink ginger, you could try to have lemon, you could try to have kale, you could try to have beetroot, you could add many fruits, orange or whatever you could have and put it, and maybe some honey, and then as you move on, then you realize your cold is gone. Mm-hmm. I don't buy medicine for cold. If I ever get a cold, I don't buy medicine. I use food.
Yes.
Just go to the shop, pick what do I need to eat, and then I eat that. And that's what I use to treat my cold. So I use food. So when your body is lacking something, you will know. I don't test my body. Before when I started, that's when I used to test the pH with my urine.
Uh-huh.
So at night, it's supposed to be acidic, you know, because it's early in the morning. Early in the morning, your pH is supposed to be acidic when you go and urinate, which is normal because your body is processing so much like around 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning before you wake up. So your body is working a lot of intoxication because you're asleep, your body is repairing itself and it's throwing away all the waste in whichever way possible. But as the day goes by, it should reduce and become more alkaline.
Right.
So the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, it should be alkaline. Right. So when you go to sleep at night, early in the morning, I think it should be acidic.
Okay.
And that's how to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I hope that helped. Pick the best of it.
It does help a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye, Joe.
Thank you.